us to sing and go back. Okay? So, thank you very much, management. We received a statement earlier. We have to apologize. Your presentation will be cut by 5 minutes. They were a little bit saying there is favoritism because management was able to sing and dance. So now, ang hinamon, yun.
May I call on my birthday celebrant to join with me? Happy birthday again.
So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And so, we were approached by the presiding DCS that before we start our presentation, we should have the same activity, which is we will require everyone to participate, stand up, and yes,
And this is going to be kaya instant we will have to sing
Love song.
kailangan daw muna warm pa. Pampagising. There you go.
Okay.
Ikaw na lang ang mag-click na.
Okay.
Oops. Let's call on
The mission
the mission.
and the praise. The mission and collaboration with everyone.
when brethren dwell together in unity.
We are
One in the band of love. We are one in the band of love. Let us join our spirits with the Spirit of God. We are one in the band of love. Let us praise Jesus Christ the Son. Praise Him now when the world began. Let us join our hands that the world may know we are one in the band of love.
Thank you. We are one indeed. Okay, time is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. Let the last be the first. Let's go on Edgar and Felicie. Our BLD Saskatoon Prayer Group Shepherd. And then the next is District Development Services Coordinator Mario and Cecil Flores. Come join us here. Okay. And we have our Parish Services Coordinator Frankie and Vinny. And of course, we have our St. Matthew Parish Council Representative, Kuya Rene, and of course, we have our institutional services. Jimmy and Arlene Castillo are out of the country, but they have our TDIO represented by Edwin Purificacion. And our Pine Grove worship service, we have Paul and Billy And last but not the least, we have our Chorney representative. We have Marife Elsted. Okay, so basically that comprises the mission apostolate structure. Okay, but let me bring you a little bit first to what is mission apostolate response to the pre-planning, right? Because we have to be specific, right? The commission, okay, the mission apostolate responses to the pre-planning inputs, the foundation verse of the mission apostolate is the commissioning of the disciples taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 18, and we all together read it. Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore, make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age. Amen. That is so beautiful. And so we have to have reference on what we do, right? So now we have this district organizational function taken from our policies and guidelines. Okay, and for the mission apostolate, it says that the primary purpose, what we are doing here is to monitor the development of district in process, okay, and to encourage them to complete the requirements to elevate them to full-fledged district. And another one, to recommend to the DCS the elevation of a prayer group to a district in process, and a district in process to a full-fledged to full term.
in accordance with the qualitative and quantitative requirements. As you know, BLD form starting point is prayer group, district in process, district full-fledged district, and full term. To discern and recommend to the DCS the appointment of the DFP shepherd. And the fourth one, letter D, that is very important, to offer the BLD formation program to the parishes, right? So not only in our community, to the parishes within the diocese that will complement the program of the parish. Beautiful. And so we will not go on so much on the next item because they're very suitable, lalo na sa Pilipinas, yung mga tinatawag nilang community development program. Okay? But we are already doing this feeding program, and they are usually considered as spiritual and corporal works of mercy. Okay, now. Okay, mission and the following ministries, as we have mentioned to you, the different ministries, but institutional. Okay, so that comprise that what we have discussed to you. Okay, so now to answer the number one concern of the DCS in the areas of mission, the local parish outreaches, members, and ito yung input ng mga members during the pre-planning. The parish outreach post, sabi nila, mag-post announcement, posters, bulletins, and give away hard copies of Shining Light. This was taken during the pre-planning, right? So, and then another question is how much we deepen the spirituality, how must we deepen the spirituality of our members. And member summarized response is involvement outside of BLA. Yan yung sagot nila. But in truth is that mission is just a manifestation of the fullness of our gratitude and love for the Lord. So talagang we have to nourish our spirituality. So our mandate as BLD members is to ultimately serve in the larger church, which is the diocese or the parish. Not as volunteers, but as disciples. Okay. Okay, so now we will hear it from our coordinators. Okay, so let's start from Saskatoon Prayer Group. Okay, so we want to share with you how they have been doing and where they are heading right now. So of course we are encouraged to use our Codigo to make sure we are within our allotted time.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Edgar, and this is my wife, Kelly. We are the Saskatoon Prayer Group Coordinator. After conducting LSS number 3 and empowering the leaders, the prayer group has been granted free to use the room in the Holy Family Cathedral every second and fourth Friday. They are growing in numbers and are opening to all parishioners and non-parishioners. This year, they added another third week, the third Saturday afternoon, to accommodate those working on Friday and possible once a month community mass. With our permission apostolate steward, Saskatoon teaching taken in 2024 up to February 8, 2025. Their teaching update are as follow. Introduction of word sharing, basic prayer, BWCD overview, Christian parenting, new Christian realities, growth in prayer 1 and 2, introduction to the word, and introduction to intercessory. The LSS number 4 in Saskatoon is on November 14, this coming November 14, 2025. The venue is in Holy Family Cathedral. They are doing word sharing circle 3 times a month, and second and fourth Friday. Then Saturday, they do mini praise and worship. Then word sharing last night, they did mini praise and worship, and there were 31 candidates attending last night. And then also, they are already put the announcement in every Sunday Mass regarding this coming LSEs. So we need more volunteers for this coming LSEs, especially for the shepherd. Thank you.
So let's have our district development services, Mario and Cecile.
Thank you. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. And so we are initiating the prayer group at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Chilliwack. And this is the only Catholic church, the St. Mary's is the only Catholic church in Chilliwack. And together with Ted and Lourdes, we went for a visit last November 23rd last year and met with one of the leaders of the prayer group, and they are really interested into it. And so we handed them some leaflets regarding our BLD programs that we would like to introduce to them, and they're looking forward to it. And also on this February 22nd, next Saturday, we have an appointment to meet with Father Gio Vani Shisari on February 22, next Saturday. And our goal is to assist the prayer group to have many praise and worship based on Sunday's readings. Because what they have been doing when we had the meeting is they just have if they have a prayer meeting, they just only base on whatever readings from the Bible. They don't base it on Sunday's readings. So whatever they have it on mind, that's what they have told us. So we would like to introduce to them the mini praise and worship, or even just the acts, as well as the word sharing circle. And they usually meet on Wednesday evenings. But if we can suggest, if they can do it on either Saturday or Sunday after the 12 noon Mass, then we can go and join them. And if they already been comfortable with doing it, then we can have the LSS or introduce the ME. Also, we have the Vernon, the prayer group at Our Lady of the Valley in Vernon, BC, with Reverend Father Peter Nguyen. We have Nelia and Aaron Santos, our the seed couple of our ME number 44. And as I have talked to Nelia, they already have started this little prayer group, which they will be doing the Black Rosary every Saturday or Sunday, whenever they are available. And after the Rosary, they also have their word sharing circle. But we have to introduce to them the right thing to do. So if this prayer group been solid, then we can introduce to them the other BLD programs, like the formation program and the other teachings. So that's the end of our sharing.
Thank you. Thank you. And let us call now on the parish services headed by Frankie and Minnie.
Yay! Good afternoon. I'm Minnie, and Frankie is away at work. So for parish services, so Good Shepherd, BLD assisted prayer group, we have been included as part of the core group, we gather every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And this coming, I should have introduced, we have 4 parishes included in this parish services. So one is Good Shepherd. So to continue with that, this coming February 26th, there would be a healing prayer on this prayer group, and it will be assisted by the BLD mission group. And we started there as they have requested us to, it's actually Father Augustine who has expressed that if we can help the prayer group. And so we said yes. So we joined them with our mission apostolate heads, and then it started with just trying to know how we can help them, and then we try to incorporate what we do in BLD. But as time goes on, it expanded to being a member of their core group, and so we plan activities on how to meet every Wednesday. So this coming February 26th, we are asked to do a healing prayer with them, and then the mission group will be part of it. And the parish LSS is already set on August 29 to 31. So we have reserved the venue, and this will be at Good Shepherd. And then the next parish, we have Santa Monica. This is awaiting approval of Father Mark Bautista. It gathers every third Sunday at 2:30 p.m. for worship and WSC. At St. Matthew, BLD is represented in the parish council, been actively participating in parish ministries and fundraising activities. It also is collaborated with existing prayer groups to help them in LSS and the BLD LSS. Precious Blood, this will be a BLD assisted prayer group too. Father Ray Osman has requested the parish a prayer group to pray and intercede for their parish petitions. And LSS for Precious Blood will be planned for next year. We also did Simbang Gabi for these 4 parishes, and we started with the mission group started with first Saturday devotions in different parishes and encouraging this one. And this will be in line also with the Jubilee Year of Hope. So we plan to visit parishes that were listed through the Archdiocese for these pilgrims. That's all. Thank you.
And may I call on Kuya Rene to elaborate more on activity we have at St. Matthew.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Please excuse my Cecile for not being here kasi masakit yung one foot niya. We attended the St. Matthew's Parish Council meeting last month, the 23rd. Father Tran, Father Patrick, Deacon Stephen were present. In one of their agenda, each ministry were asked to provide thoughts and share what we can do better to support the St. Matthew's mission and vision. So we introduce ourselves because it's our first time attending the Parish Council meeting as a representative of BLD. Discuss briefly our mission of building communities of disciples inspired by the Holy Spirit to be living witnesses for the transformation of Christ in Christ. We talk about family, marriage, solo parents, singles, and youth encounter and LSS. How we reach out for other parishes rendering our service and support. Once again, we were approached by Christy Castro, who is in charge of the St. Matthew's Parish Prayer Group, and informed us of their schedule of LSS sometime in August. She requested a meeting with the Mission Apostolate, Ted and Annette Lourdes. I think you're gonna come on Monday, and they will have to elaborate on that. Another agenda is help needed. So we would like to ask each one of you for your time and talents to help in our parish event such as spring dance, parish picnic, international brunch, Christmas dance, and they need volunteers. Setting up tables and chairs, working on decor, especially the one who have talents with the decorations, calling sponsors for souvenir program, playing musical instruments, selling tickets, organizing games for their parish picnic, for our parish picnic, and of course, cleaning up afterwards. Also helping the kitchen, and not just like what they have been asking us to just sell tickets for refreshments. It will be nice if the parish can see some of our members participating. We also have breakout rooms for sharing ideas. And at the end of the meeting, we rated the meeting on from 0 to 10. So the rating of the meeting was 8.7. The next meeting will be on sometime in March. Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre. Pierre just mentioned that every Monday is the prayer group's gathering at Jubilee Hall. So I was able to attend last Monday, and they are inviting me to attend again this Monday because they wanted to collaborate with us. They wanted to join in our LSS. We're just trying to finalize how they will participate with us. But as the Council of DCS has decided that we will encourage them to attend as a candidate. At the same time, they are learning because they have already attended the LSS. And so it will be a different format because they're familiar with the 7-week LSS, and we have a weekend LSS. And so that's one thing that they'd like to understand, how do we do our LSS with only one weekend, right? Because their orientation is 7 weeks. So once they agree to our suggestion, then we are expecting that the prayer group will become a BLD assistant in their formation. And we will be able to perform or make it realize our direction, which is to make disciples in the parishes, not just volunteers. So let's proceed now with the institutional services, wherein we do our corporal works of mercy and spiritual works of mercy by conducting prayers and songs for the elderly and feeding the hungry program. Let's call on Edwin Purification now to give us update on TDIO.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I am a newly elected coordinator for the TDIO. There's a short story behind that. So last month, my sister called me one day and she said, "Oh, get ready, you're going to be anointed tonight." I said, "What anointed?" "You're going to be anointed as a TDIO coordinator." I said, "Nobody told me." So I had to rush home and change my clothes because I was working. So I think somebody conspired to put me in this place. But seriously, I think it was God's calling. So here I am right now. So I started being a coordinator last month. We're feeding about roughly 250 of our less fortunate brothers and sisters in downtown. So far, so good. So Jimmy and Arlene, they're away right now. So this is the first time that I'm going to spearhead everything and hope everything will turn out well. I hope I don't screw this up. So yeah, last month was it went smooth. The only problem that I see is the budgeting.
because Jimmy told me that I asked him how much the budget every month, and he said it's about 300. So I requested funding of 300 last month, but it turned out there's a little bit of shortfall. So I discussed this with Tito Ted, and he decided na we'll raise it by 400. That way, if there's a there's sobra, I'll just refund everything to management. So from now on, that's what we're going to do. Sobra na yan. It's more than enough. So our TDIO will be tomorrow. So for all of you birthdays, anniversaries, birthdays of your dogs, your cats, you're more than accepted to volunteer. Okay, thank you. That's it.
And let's call on Paul and Belen. Paul and Paul for now.
Good afternoon, everyone. So sorry, my wife don't hear it. She's not still feeling well. The only thing I can say with our service at Pine Group is we're doing well. And last Christmas, we changed some of our songs. Last Christmas we sing Christmas songs, and last Sunday we have a service there, and then just this Valentine's Day we sing them some love songs, songs by Frank Sinatra and the rest. And the only thing that I can think about is that most of the songs we have ever seen, we have the same songs ever since we started our service at Pine Group. And me and Tia was talking about that last week, and we might be changing some of the songs. And also, I would like to thank Joy and Tio Simbola in offering their place to have our practice before we go to Pine Group. And also, I would like to invite each and every one of you who would like to join us in serving the residents at Pine Group. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Let's go now on Marife for Chorney. Hey.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary Faye. I haven't already know. Sorry for my voice. The only report I've got is because I was also newly appointed to be coordinator for this very new institutional ministry for mission. This last month was the very first one. Actually, no, not last month. December was the very first one because it was December. We were asked to do a caroling, a mini caroling aside from the prayer, a mini prayer service that we have performed for the elderly, particularly more terminal Alzheimer's. Is that right? And so that's what we did, and they were very happy, and they were so excited about it that they had requested, though we only do our service there every other month, which is the odd months of the year. They had requested that they would like to have us render them or serenade them for Valentine's month. And so we will be doing ours this month on the 23rd because everything else are already full with all the activities that is planned. We don't want to be colliding with the other activities of the other missions. So we are doing it for the 23rd of February. And again, because these are mostly seniors that are terminally ill already, pretty much advanced dementias. And so we figured, well, in this case, I had only invited a certain amount of people for this particular service. I'm encouraging a lot of, I've been inviting personally from different parts of PLD, meaning to say representatives from YE, SE, solo parent, MEs, and so on, so that I'm wanting to encourage everyone that is gifted in this particular area, which is the singing part, because I strongly believe and advocate for singing being a form of prayer, twice praying, and I've been praying all my life, and so this is my way and chance to give back, which is to encourage the future generations as well. And so that's why I had some representatives from the SE and the YE last December, and they were very happy about it. And some of them will be rejoining us for this February service, and very excited about that. And in the future, do expect, if you know that you're gifted in that department, you will be hearing from me personally, and we really appreciate your prayers as well. And any suggestions are very much welcome, and hopefully everything goes well. And again, I also wanted to encourage this to be kind of like the starting point in order, because Tito Ted had said that in the future, moving forward, we are also looking to developing praise ministries specifically for the mission side of things, so that we don't have to keep looking and, having the stress of looking for praise members for missionary works. Like if we have to go to Saskatoon and other places, we still have to look for praise members to do those particular service. And so this is kind of like my introduction to that, and that's why I'm honing a whole lot of people that are gifted in that department. And so I also, before we do our service for Journey, I also do a little bit of kind of like a quick workshops as well. So we're not just singing and just opening our mouths. Those songs that we're singing, as I said, I do treat them like a prayer. And so therefore, when I do this service with the volunteers that attend, I do break it down for them so that they're not just opening their mouths, they're singing it with their whole heart and offering it and sharing that joy with the gift of music. So I think that's all the service they got for recording.
Mike is on the loose. Play and learn.
The body song. Can we sing it for the kids?
Great idea.
And when you kids join the song, you can all sing along. Eye in the eye, I go blink, blink. Yes, eye in the eye, and I can wink. Eye in the eye, but I can't think. That belongs to my friend the brain. I'm afraid. I'm the brain with the electric guard pattern pin. I'm the brain, I can sing and learn and pick up in.
So that means our March service will be earlier, so it falls under February. Thank you. So,
Where is Chorney?
Chorney is along close to Cloverdale area.
Northview Golf
That Northview Golf Course, 168,
And when you kids join the song, you can all sing along.
So, as you can see, all of us in BLD formation, they are in the formation program, right? Service, intercessory, because we are created to become disciples, and disciples are meant to be sent. As the Father has sent me, so I send you. Now, these are the opportunities for all of us to serve. That's why we have these different services. But you were saying, if we can minimize going outside of British Columbia for cost reason, economic reason. But it's true. We have a very big opportunity to serve in the diocese itself. I made a note there. Please note that mission work opportunities are geared towards supporting designated parish prayer group. As worship leader, you may be called to become a worship leader, because what we're doing now, we are helping the parish prayer group, not the communities, but their parish group, to teach them how to pray with a structure, because as we have observed, they're like whatever happens to the worship, right? So now we will teach them the basic prayer, and the word cheering circle. And so they will be needing prayer leaders. And so we might be calling help from you, okay, those who are in the intercessory or in the mission, to lead. Like, for example, Good Shepherd, they're requesting for a prayer leader because they only have few. So we can, ask for your assistance to be prayer worship leaders, intercessors, choir, and teachers. Because once they attended the LSS, for sure they would be needing the 4 basic truths, the new life, the new realities, the new creation reality, right? So that's about it for Mission Apostolate. Do I still have time? 2 minutes? All is good? 5 minutes. So to wrap up, just to give you again, you will be receiving this handout. So we believe that depending on our spirituality established through regular participation, because we really encourage, because if we want to be growing in spirit, we have to follow what is the mandate for us. If you are committed, remember the 5 pledges. If you are covenanted, remember the 8 pledges. You'll never go wrong. Whatever we're looking for or asking for is already in BLD. We just have to really nourish it, right? So, and another one, we have this visitation to Blessed Sacrament and confession every first Saturday, or if they cannot make it, on their convenient time, because we always believe that we are still in this world. We are prone to committing what is not pleasing to God. So participation in the corporal and spiritual works of mercy is another thing. And so, we attract new members. How do we attract new members? Okay, and the response of the community said communicate with the parish, post announcement, right? Giveaway and all those kind of things. But I said BLD members to participate and support in the respective parish prayer group. Example. So that's why we're emphasizing on parish group. Why? Because we said we want to make disciples in the parish. You cannot make disciple in their choir. You cannot make disciple in their lay ministers. We can only make disciples in the parish through the prayer group. Because the prayer group originated from an LSS. And so no one can become a disciple unless they have encountered the Lord through an encounter or an LSS. Okay, so basically that's about it. You will read this in the materials that will be distributed to you. Okay, that's about it, and thank you so much. Thank the Lord that you have given us workers in the vineyard. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mission. So when we review the last emergence, we noticed from 2012 up to 2021, we have about 82 or 81 covenanted active nominators. It means covenanted and active. But then in the 2024, we have 64 disappointed. Because 64. But then when you look at it, some died, some had sickness, some had some issues, some were unavailable. And then, because also of COVID, when you compare, if you look at it, you will really get disappointed with BLD Vancouver. But if you compare it with other districts, we're much better off. Manila was from 800 to 400 because of the split. 400, nagkaroon uli ng split to 300. And then, COVID came. Even with the council, they were having problems getting people nominated as nominees. None, or very few, agreed to become. So they have issues. With us, we have also the same issues. However, we also have the issue of none from ME44 and ME45 came in. There's a word in that is common, openly said. It says, when God closes a door, He opens a window. With ME44, there's another window. Because Some of them are in Kelowna area, so possibility of opening. With OSG Saskatoon, if you don't, you're not yet completely familiar, but by the end of this year, we would be already going towards recycling together with BLD Vancouver. So the DCS cannot handle it. Many of those in mission will be called upon, many will be trained. So that's one of the things that are going. And then with Father Obi, we don't go to Father Obi. Nagtatago ho kami dyan. Because uutusan ka niya. And you cannot say no. So, as much as possible, si Frankie na lang. Para siya pagalitan. Pinapagalitan ko kanya sa harap ng simbahan. Proven na ho yun sa misa. So, the Lord is opening new areas for the 2024 movement. With the 2020, also we are also got another one why we are happy because of ME 46. 7 out of 13, that's more than 60%. And if 5 of them becomes active, one of them will be equivalent to 3. Because that's how we are. In BLD Vancouver, 1 covenanted is equivalent to 3. That's how we roll. Very active.